Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we're going to play with our Multiverse character. And also today, if we play any on-duty menu, mission in the Earth 3 DLC, we get triple UltraBucks. So just let me finish setting up things on my end, and I'll try to show it to you in just a bit. Stay on target, almost there. Come on. Okay, our changes are saved. So we should be good to go. Hi Eric, I Phantom Ninja, I Stone, I am Mr. Alonso. Hi Costas. I hope you learned a thing or two from the opening mega capsules. As you can see, I'm wearing right now the scorching head and hand aura. Basically, yeah, I think that's the actual name. Bonjour, plus qu'Audi. J'ai ma chaîne en français aussi, si jamais ça t'intéresse. The actual name, I think it's scorching. It's scorching aura head and hands. So as you can see, you can make a pretty cool looking Ghost Rider using that aura. I'll probably try to make a video or two about with it. There's a few characters that come to mind. Ghost Rider was the most obvious one that came to mind. There's also, I guess, Firestorm would also probably count for that. Hello, Caris. Well, I'm glad if you enjoy Elder Scroll Online, Eric. That's fine. To each its own. So basically, you guys know we have bonus UltraBucks right now. But there's a few misconception or a few things that people seems to be a bit confused about. Yeah, that was to be expected. For the Black Lightning thing, Stone, that was to be expected. As soon as I saw the first episode, I was a bit bummed out that it doesn't seem, it's not going to be the Black Lightning TV show. It's going to be the Black Lightning family TV show or something. And I wouldn't be surprised if at some point, and maybe they've started doing that already, if at some point the show focuses more on the daughter than Black Lightning himself. That seems to be something also they're doing with The Flash, which drives me nuts. Like right now, the Flash is a supporting character within his own TV show, and that I hate that. There's no other way to say it. I hate that, and I didn't like that either with Black Lightning. With the Flash, I've been putting up with it for a while because I've been watching the Flash for like 4 years now. So I grew a bit attached to the TV show and the characters, despite its flaws. Black Lightning sadly didn't have that advantage. Black Lightning was a new show. I was doing a lot of things I didn't like, so I quickly decided not to watch Black Lightning anymore. What I do instead with Black Lightning, I watch a few highlights on YouTube, and that's all the Black Lightning I really need to get my Black Lightning fix. Basically, I watched clips about Black Lightning on YouTube. So whatever action piece we actually get with Black Lightning, or even whatever character development we actually get with Black Lightning, if there's a video on YouTube about that, I'll watch that. But I don't want to see the whole drama with Black Lightning and his wife. It kills me. And even less Black Lightning with his daughters, trying to protect his daughters. And now it's going to be Black Lightning trying to, I guess he's going to train his daughters, but he's also going to be worried about them. So he's also going to be trying to protect them. I don't want to watch that. Black Lightning and Storm. Well, that's a good call. Yeah, I would go with Black Lightning. I guess the one advantage, I was going to say the one advantage that Storm maybe has on Black Lightning is that she flies, but I think in the TV show Black Lightning also flies. So that pretty much settles it for Black Lightning, I guess. Thank you, Mr. Alonso. I wasn't really planning on making a Ghost Rider. It's just when I purchased this aura, I thought, yeah, let's see what we can do with it. So for the people who are a bit confused right now with the UltraBucks. All the missions. Oh, that's a pretty cool. Pretty cool looking dude. So the missions over here, these missions give double UltraBucks. So if you're playing DC Universe Online and you're playing those missions over here, right now everyone is getting double UltraBucks. The Mega Capsules, they drop in the game. Like, I think I still have one. The Mega Capsules drop in the game, so about every, I have no idea. Usually time capsules drop every 20 minutes. The Mega Capsule seems to be dropping a little slower than the actual time capsules. But I didn't play all that much a bit earlier today, and I got like three of them fairly quick. So they drop, it takes a little more time for a Mega Capsule to drop, but you can still get quite a lot of them. Yeah, I guess my head is on fire. The other way to get the Mega Capsules, for those who may be wondering, is from the marketplace. This time, instead of just having the Mega the capsules drop in the game, they still drop in the game, but you can also, if you don't want to wait for them to drop in the game, you can go to the marketplace and you can buy as many as you want right now. As you can see, the price is 630 market cash. That's if you are a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, then it's going to be 700 market cash. And also for the UltraBucks, if you're a subscriber or if you did purchase the episode, the Earth 3 episodes, then all the missions in the on-duty menu give not double UltraBucks, they give triple UltraBucks. And let's go play. Well, let's go play a few. So I guess this weekend I'll try to farm a bit for UltraBucks. I'm saying try because very often I end up not doing it. Sadly, sometimes even if there's like a double currency, when you try to, there's no code for PS Plus. I'm very sorry about that.
Oh, good. Superman said to expect you. We have a situation here.
Let's wait for our friend, Supergirl.
Superman may have mentioned has been
And they gave a bit of a boost to certain NPCs, it seems. I hadn't really noticed a difference at first, but there's a few missions that I played fairly recently that seems to be a little harder than they used to be. Yeah, I guess I could try to make the characters from Assassin's Creed. I would have to do a bit of research. I think I played the first Assassin's Creed quite a few years ago, so I would have to do a bit of research. You can have, if you're Combat Training 22, you can decide to have a membership, or you can play without a membership. Usually people are saying that until you reach level 30, like before level 30, you don't really need a membership. You can still play the game fine, even if you're not a member before level 30. But nothing stops you from being a member, even if you're Combat Training 22. For Fortnite, I played a bit and I pretty much stopped playing. I haven't played it that much. I played it enough to know that I'm not much of a shooter guy. Like the biggest shooter game I enjoyed was probably Destiny, and before that it probably was like a Fallout 3. So that right there should tell you that I'm not much of a shooter player. So Fortnite was fine for what it was, I suppose. I'm just not a big fan of that kind of gameplay. I'm not. Dragon Ball was after my time. Like I was pretty old by the time Dragon Ball was released. So I never really became a Dragon Ball fan. I'm aware of Dragon Ball mostly because I work in animation, and in animation we usually try to look at a lot of series and try to see what works, what doesn't work, or sometimes we'll look at series for inspiration for some of the current work we're doing. But really, I'm really not. I really don't know that much about Dragon Ball. And again, not really a Dragon Ball fan. It was really before. It was really after my time. Oh, sure, Kyrie's. There's no PlayStation Plus code. I'm not sure what kind of code you're hoping to get. I don't have any PlayStation Plus code, and as far as I know, there's no PlayStation Plus code. If there is a PlayStation Plus code, I have no idea how to get it. So not sure what I can do for you on that front.
Whoever is in my office got past all of my security measures, including the retinal scanners.
Well, for Assassin's Creed, I'm more familiar with Ezio. I think he was a character from the first game. I understand that in other games they would go to other time period, and they would probably have other Assassin's Creed characters, like other ancestors for the character. But I haven't played the game all that much. I played the first game, and I didn't play it that much even then, and that was quite a few years ago, so I'm not really up to date on Assassin's Creed.
And I assume this is Superman, correct?
It's uncanny. He looks just like you.
And you sound just like him. Forgive me. I'm Alexander Luthor. And while my hijacking of this office may seem like a threat to you, I assure you, I have much more dire thing. Enough, you loquacious twit!
Is there like a character called Ezio? Like there's Ezio and there's Ezio or something like that, or am I crazy?
Wait.
Okay, thank you, Stone Nation. Yeah, I remember there was one based on pirates, and they have even, from what I understand, they have like those naval battles.
This is as far as you go.
I'm thwarted.
I have no idea. I know that there's a new Assassin's Creed game that's either in the works or that's going to come out soon. They took a bit of a break before working on a new Assassin's Creed game,
Come from another world, another Earth, similar to you.
from what I understand.
My Earth needs your help.
If what you say is true.
So there's already a remastered version out. Okay, it's good to know.
Summon. Thank you for coming. I am here because an immensely powerful group of super beings called the Crime Syndicate has seized control of my world and made violence and vice a way of life. The vast majority.
Yeah, so there's a remastered version right now.
Citizens have chosen ignoble paths to survive. I once led a team of heroes, not unlike your Justice League against them. But I am the last survivor.
I don't think it's wise to take him at his word. You can't trust a Luthor. Any Luthor.
We can't ignore his plea for help, even if he has the face of our enemy. There are billions of lives at stake. I could use the lasso to compel him.
We don't need to. He's telling the truth. The situation sounds dire. I don't like the idea of leaving our Earth defenseless, no matter what the reason.
Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, and Aquaman can command the Watchtower and rely on the rest of Earth's heroes in case of any emergencies. I assure you, Batman, our Earth is well protected. I vote, we go.
This Earth may refuse to acknowledge that I'm its greatest champion, but perhaps this other Earth will better appreciate my efforts. I'm in.
I wouldn't hold your breath, Luthor, or step out of line. Then it's settled.
Oh, damn. Anyone
Oh,
else
it's
got the
settled.
feels right now?
Hey, keep an eye on Lex. I'd bet Crypto's favorite.
So I guess Stone Nation, you saw the Assassin's Creed movie. What did you think of it? As an Assassin's Creed fan, what was your thought of the Assassin's Creed movie?
What are you? I got $20 on the one on the left.
Mind your own business, freaks.
Was the Assassin's Creed movie faithful to the game? Again, I only played the first game and I haven't played it that much. Compared to the Assassin's Creed franchise in general, how faithful was it to the game? To me, it did seem to be somewhat faithful to the first one, although they always take liberty. That's to be expected.
I got $20 on the one on the left. Pension won't cover this.
Mind your own business, freaks. Mind your own business, freaks.
Gordon, your time as mayor is over. You're under arrest for obstruction of justice.
Could you cut it any closer, Owl Man?
I had to make sure your money transfer cleared. Your protection isn't pro bono after all, and neither is your re-election. Now, if you'll excuse me, someone's behind my payments.
Good, he's gone. Move quickly.
Pretty bold move for a wanted criminal to show his face in my city. I see you found some more costume flunkies. Did you tell them what happened to the last bunch?
This time is different. Your tyranny ends today.
I don't have time to play games with you. I have an entire police force to take out my trash for me. If you don't mind, I have a re-election gala to plan.
Prepare yourself.
If you've reached the point where you have to open like 100 time capsules to get a piece of gear, don't do that. Just buy it from the broker. Buy the bullet and just buy the piece you're missing from the broker. Because the odds of getting the piece you need, even in 100 time cap, it would be very easy to open a 100 time capsule and still not get the one piece that you're missing. So if you reach a point where you're only missing one piece, just buy it from the broker. Don't buy it. Don't buy 100 time capsules just to get one piece of gear.
So, first steps.
Oh, our friend Supergirl is leaving without saying goodbye. I'm so sad.
If removing him gives us a foothold, then by all means, let's get to work. Thank you.
So as you can see, we got some bonus UltraBucks. And since we're a member, we got 3 UltraBucks. I think we usually only get one, but I have to admit, I never really paid attention, so hopefully I'm not mistaken. And let's see what's in the box. A whole night light on the ceiling. Oh well. So I'm gonna have to start gathering focusing element. In the past, I would always take a piece of gear instead of the focusing element. The next firestorm in Legend of Tomorrow, I don't think there will be a new firestorm, Costas. I think there's a few reasons why they sadly decided to kill our poor friend Firestorm. No, did I? One of the reasons why they got rid of Firestorm was because the actor Martin Stein, I forget his name, Victor Garber, I think. He wanted to go back on Broadway. He wanted to be part of a play on Broadway or something like that. So in order to accommodate him, they decided to let him go. And for some reason, instead of just having Firestorm take a vacation or something, they decided to kill poor Firestorm, or at least to kill poor Martin Stein. Oh, bye, Stone Nation. See you next time. No, for some reason they decided to have Legends of Tomorrow play instead of Supergirl, and Supergirl will come back after the quote-unquote break. Like there was a break because of the Olympics, but somehow they decided to have Legends of Tomorrow take the spot that Supergirl used to occupy. And as soon as Legends of Tomorrow is finished, then Supergirl will play after Legends in the place where Legends of Tomorrow is right now. To come back on Firestorm, so there's 2 reasons why they got rid of Firestorm. The first one is that the actor playing Martin Stein, wanted to go work in a play on Broadway, from what I understand. But also the second reason for that is that Firestorm is a pretty expensive character to have on a TV show. You may have noticed there were sometimes quite a stretch when we did not see Firestorm in Legends of Tomorrow at all. The reason for that is quite simple. Having Firestorm in a TV show is expensive. So they decided to get rid of our friend Firestorm to try to have the TV show cost to save some money, essentially. So I strongly doubt we're going to have a new Firestorm anytime soon. And I'm pretty certain that if they ever decide to have a new Firestorm character on the show, it's gonna be just a guest star. Like he'll appear maybe in 1 or 2 episodes in the whole season, and he'll be relegated to guest star status. So as you see, right now I'm trying to play the on-duty missions of Earth 3. So I've cleared for the 8-player missions. Let's clear for the 4-player missions, and let's see what happens. Speaking of So let's try and speed up the process, and let's go for those versions as well and see what happens. So let's see if we can play other missions while we wait. I guess we could play... let's go to the amusement mile. Oh, maybe not. So again, basically for Firestorm, there's a few reasons why Firestorm is gone. And I don't think he'll ever come back. Again, I could be mistaken. Maybe they will bring him back at some point.
The Suicide Squad until the task is complete. I assure you, they will be on their best behavior.
Oh, was that a failed... Ah, come on.
Alexander Luthor, protector of Earth.
I uninstalled Fortnite. I wasn't really playing it. I played it for a bit, and then I didn't really keep on playing it.
We need to do something about those drones.
So I can't really play Fortnite carries. Sorry about that. Also, I wouldn't stop playing this universe. I wouldn't stop the live stream just to go play Fortnite or another game. When I do the live stream, I do the live stream. So I don't usually stop playing doing the live stream to go play some other game. Holy crap. Hello, Possessed Tube. If you're, it's double marks unless you're a legendary player. If you're a legendary player, all the on-duty mission are triple marks. But if you're free to play or premium, it's double mark. Although, if you're a legendary player, the open world missions, like the missions in the Gotham open world, these are double marks. And we lost one healer. Yeah, they're pretty time consuming. And they made the enemies a little tougher. Like it's been a long time since I had to fight this hard playing this mission. So you can see we got 4 UltraBucks, 4 UltraBucks, and 4 UltraBucks, and 4 marks of victory.
You're just going to have to trust me, friend.
Well, let's give a little bow to everyone. It was hard work, but we did it, I guess. Oh, we have a cool looking classic Batman here. So it should give a bit of a boost to be able to buy some of the expensive items that I still need to buy on the vendor. It won't be enough to be able to purchase them probably, but it's going to get me a bit closer. Hello, Lana. How'd you enjoy your new PS4?
Don't boss me around, Hootie, or you can power up this machine yourself. And this new Earth better not suck. Me and Atomica need some new playthings.
Superwoman, the other intruders are overwhelming the car ring in Atomica. We need to take the fight to them. Computer, defense protocol camera.
Lex, we need to go after them. The others are gonna need backup.
Even a broken clock ain't right twice a day, right, Superman? It's up to us now.
Well, you could be online and not enjoy your new PS4. Yeah, you have to be careful at what time you play the content. You have to make sure that that you play after the reset. Like after the maintenance, I should say, not after the reset. So yeah, sorry if you played the content before the update. Well, that's the idea. Like if you're a legendary player, you're going to want to use replay badges to replay the on duty menu, the on duty missions on the on duty menu. So that's pretty much the goal of the triple marks thingy. Although it's a nice thank you to the subscribers as well. It could have been just double marks, but the triple marks makes it even. I guess it could encourage. Well, the reset. If you've already played the 8-player missions, sadly those reset only once a week. Usually the daily the reset is like at 3 or 4 a.m. But the actual reset for like in order to be able to get the triple marks, the triple currency marks, you have to wait for the server restart. The server restarts are at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day. So you're still going to be able to play the alerts this weekend for triple marks of triple UltraBucks. But sadly, if you already played the weekly missions, sadly for the weekly missions, it's too late. For the weekly missions, you're gonna have to use replay badges. Because by the time they reset next week, the triple marks thingy will be done for.
I won't fall.
If you didn't do the raid, that's great. Then you can still get the triple UltraBucks for the raids.
You die.
Oh, the more the merrier. Time to submit to the
You
will.
die. Get back here. This one's going into overtime. So weak. Is that all? I won't fall.
I know everything.
Ultraman, something's not right. You can't keep playing tug-of-war with the portal. Feels all wrong, man.
I don't care. Keep running.
Hello, Ashley.
We have to stop them.
So for those who just joined, basically we're playing
Atomica has the city.
Earth 3 on duty missions.
Now to finish the
This weekend there's a double UltraBucks for everyone, and if you're a legendary player, the on-duty menu gives you triple UltraBucks. I haven't played Elder Scroll Online, so I'm not sure exactly how different the missions are. But I'll take your word for it.
Speeding up. We must end this soon.
There is a storyline in DCUO. It's a bit hard to follow though.
Seriously, something big is coming.
It used to be easier. In the past, we had those cool cinematics that would pretty much explain to us what the storyline was. Sadly, at some point, they pretty much gave up on those cinematics. So it made it a bit more challenging to know what the actual storyline was. We still have some sort of cinematics in the sense, like we have cinematics using Endgame's asset as opposed to having the comic book like cinematics that we used to have.
Ultraman, I feel like something's chasing me. We need to stop this.
Stop running now, and you'll stop running forever.
Well, technically, Elder Scroll Online, like Skyrim and Morrowind, like those were supposed to be RPG. So I would like to think that Elder Scroll Online is still an RPG.
up and fighting this plan will work.
I think our friend Philosophy is not really giving much power. Oh well. Hard to tell. Oh, we'll see afterwards.
done. Yeah, spent. Johnny's gonna need a calf massage.
So again, 6 UltraBucks, 6 UltraBucks, and 6
The
UltraBucks.
world must be ours.
And a nice cyclotron component.
This ends here and
As you saw, I already have it, but I should be able to sell it on the broker for $1 or $2.
Someone tell me what's going on.
We tore a hole in our universe. Some things.
Atomic, are you seeing this, babe?
I know players who
Sky on fire.
purchased only like the minute, who are not subscribers. They purchased like the main game, and I think they were able to purchase a few of the DLC while they were on sale.
You can hide from me.
So I know a few people were able to purchase at least a good chunk of the Elder Scroll Online content for fairly cheap. But they told me that if you don't subscribe, there's a few things that are really difficult for you to do. Like apparently the crafting. If you're not a subscriber, crafting in ESO is pretty hard to do, if not impossible to do.
I never walk away from a fight, but we must return to our Earth. We may have stopped the crime syndicate, but at what cost?
At least on one Earth, a Luther is humanity's greatest hero.
I don't know, our friend Philosophy did give power. I'm just a bit surprised that he always running dry on power. Well, I guess he was doing probably something similar than what I was doing, like giving power, doing debuffs, and all that good stuff. So he probably was doing multiple things. Well, let's give a bow to all of our friends. If you're hoping for some big graphic update in DCUO, you're going to be disappointed. There's a few things they're going to be able to do that they weren't able to do before. But there's a lot of things they're not going to be able to change. They won't be able to change all the graphics overnight. The last time they did a big graphic update is when they pretty much ported the game on PS4. When they made a lot of graphic update, I guess, for PS4, then that's when DCUO got its last big graphic updates. What they seem to be doing right now instead of doing one big graphic update where they update everything, they seem to be to pick and choose which things they actually do upgrade. Like we saw some of the newest style that are pretty good compared to some of the older style. The Batman Beyond style would be an example of that. The Red Death style, the Batman the Red Death style, would be also a good example of that. They're doing it slowly with episode. They're doing it slowly with styles. They're doing it like we saw some of the quote-unquote graphic updates that they did for the new map for the upcoming Deluge DLC. So yes, there are things that they're updating slowly but surely in this Universe Online. But if you expect them to update the whole game completely, you're going to be disappointed. And I'm not sure why people expect that from DCUO. I remember there were games, other games like Elder Scroll, like EverQuest, or like World of Warcraft. They weren't doing such updates. Whenever they would do update, it would be like to the latest DLC. And at some point in EverQuest or in World of Warcraft, you could see it was night and day between some of the earliest DLC they had released and some of the newest DLC that they were releasing. So no game updates their entire the graphics of the entire game completely. What they'll do is that they'll upgrade bits by bits as they go along. So the last time DCUO did a really big update where they pretty much updated everything, again it was when they imported the game to PS4. When they made the PS4 version of the game, that is when they did a pretty big update. So I wouldn't expect them to do that again, unless if there ever is an update for, let's say, PS5, then yeah, okay, I could easily see them doing that. But as Lazy mentioned, I think they'll do it just bit by bit.
Move in. Form a wall. Damn it.
I still have the controller that came with my game. Originally, I'd purchased a second controller in case some friends would come and play with me, and I ended up selling that second controller because the only friend who was playing PS4 games with me, instead of coming over to my place, he had his PS4, I had my PS4, and we would play together using remote play or something like that. So I still have the same controller I had when I purchased my PS4. So I did not need to replace my controller that often just yet. With PS3, when I had my PS3, I went through at least a couple of controllers. But so far with PS4, I still have my original controller. It seems to still be good enough. When I use it, I don't feel any issues with it just yet. So I don't feel like I would have to replace it just yet. Hello, Sauceaholic.
You idiots! Stop the Gordon!
Yeah, if you use replay badges, do it with the on-duty missions.
I'm going after him. Take out the rest of his men.
The on-duty missions, if you're a subscriber, they're going to give you triple marks of triple UltraBucks. It doesn't matter. If you play the missions from the event tab, you should get the triple UltraBucks from there as well. As soon as you use the on-duty menu, you should be able to get triple UltraBucks if you are a subscriber or if you did purchase the episode. More marks. Sadly, there's no miracle. You have to play the missions. That's the only way to get marks. You could try and find the few missions that gives you a bit either a few extra marks or missions that are easier to play that you can replay. But there's no real way to get more marks. There's no easy way to get more marks. I will try to make a video or two about the like you can see right now I'm getting triple UltraBucks because I'm a subscriber. The Batman Arkham Knight is the one I purchased. The only thing it really has is it's a cosmetic thing. The casing of the PS4 is different. The color of the controller is different. Like it's gray and some sort of metallic gray, and you have a nice looking Batman shaped emblem on the console itself. And if you're a subscriber, Sauceaholic, replay any on-duty mission, and you will get triple UltraBucks. Obviously, if you replay the 8-player missions, I think you get a bit more. You would have to do the math to make sure that you get the most, how would you say, the most bang for your bucks.
What do we have here? Does someone want to throw themselves on the mercy of the court? There is no mercy here. There is only crime and punishment.
I'm on the US servers. Right now I'm on US PS4.
Jury and executioner of Gotham City. officers of the court. Download the power profiles of former inmates.
But yeah, the special consoles, usually the only thing they really have is that it's a cosmetic thing. Sometimes you'll get some goodies like I don't know, a statue or a poster or something like that. But overall, the console is the same thing. It'll just have like a different paint job or different stickers or something like that. Usually they do a good job explaining what's the new stuff you get from those consoles. So just read whatever description of what's offered with the special console, and you'll be able to decide if you want to purchase those consoles or not.
We find you in contempt.
The next medieval movie? Honestly, I have no idea. I usually keep track of that kind of stuff. I'm a bit of a movie buff. But honestly, I'm not sure. I would have to look it up. You would think that after Lord of the Rings, a lot of studios would have started offering those some sort of medieval movie. But then afterwards, you had World of Warcraft, which didn't really perform that well. Or actually, it really didn't perform well at all. Although I think World of Warcraft did well enough for China. But I'm not sure what new medieval film we will get. There was the Arthur film, like Arthur Sword of a Legend or something like that, Legend of the Sword, I forget. That one was fine. I'm not sure why it was criticized as much as it was. But they had a pretty modern take to the whole Arthurian mythology. But that's what they've been doing for quite some time. For quite a few years, whenever they would make a new Arthur film, they would try to be a bit more and more realistic. There was the Jerry Bruckheimer version where they were trying to go back to sort of the Roman roots of the Arthurian legends, where Arthur was this Roman officer, and he had these barbarians as knights at the time. But really, to know what next medieval film we will get, I would have to look it up. Off the top of my head, I have no idea. There's not going to be a reboot of the movies. What they're doing is that they're talking about doing a live-action TV series. From what I understand, Amazon Prime are the ones who outbidded everyone. So it should be an Amazon Prime property or a TV series, from what I understand. And I'm not really familiar with the kind of shows Amazon Prime does. The only show I can think of is The Man in the High Castle. And the reason why I remember that one is because I really wanted to watch that one. And at the time, I foolishly was I was an Amazon Prime member. I was buying way too much stuff on Amazon at the time, so it made sense for me to be an Amazon Prime member at the time. Sadly, I was an Amazon Prime member, and then I found out that I could not have access to the Amazon Prime TV shows because I wasn't living in the United States. That was quite a bit disappointing. Like they had this regional restrictions for Amazon Prime. So sadly, I did not qualify to be able to watch the Amazon Prime TV shows at the time. which was very disappointing, but what can you do? So for Lord of the Rings, we're not going to get a reboot like new movies. What we're going to get is a new TV show. I have no idea if the new TV show will retell the story that we just got with Bilbo or with the actual Lord of the Rings movies. I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to explore some other parts of Middle-earth. They did like something like that with Lord of the Rings Online. With Lord of the Rings Online, you don't really follow the story of Lord of the Rings. What you ended up doing is that your party, your group, is actually doing like a side story, like a story that happens in parallel to the events in the books. Oh.
Gotham is mine. Your loved ones would pay for that.
Sure, Karius, we could play together if it.
I held a raffle for everyone at the gala. The selected lucky winners.
It depends on which game. As I mentioned, I pretty much stopped playing Fortnite. I gave it a try, and it's not really the type of game I really enjoy playing. I tried Battleground, Star Wars Battleground 2. It was okay, but it wasn't my favorite game. The best shooter, I guess, I can think of right now, at least the one I enjoy playing, was Destiny. And even Destiny I haven't played in quite a while, so I'm thinking about just uninstalling Destiny from my machine. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Well, Gandalf is pretty old, but yeah, I guess they could make some sort of origin story with Gandalf. There's also these tales outside of the Lord of the Rings novels. Like there's this tale called Unfinished. There's this book about Lord of the Rings called Unfinished Tales, where there's a whole bunch of stories on which Tolkien was working on at the time. There's also another thing called the Silmarillion. I can't pronounce it properly, but anyway, basically it was a whole bunch of stories about the whole world building of Middle Earth. If it makes any sense. There's probably something else I forget, but also there's a whole bunch of additional stuff that was created for other media. Like as I mentioned, there's some stuff that was created for the Lord of the Rings Online game. So I guess they could look into those sources as inspiration. Now let's give a little bow to our friend. Too late. I'm so sad. So let's see what we got, and more importantly, let's see what's in the box. So we got our Earth 3 treasure chest. Bat signal light. Oh. For the leprechaun, a short cape. Nothing we can do about that just yet. So as you can see, guys, sadly the mega capsules do not stack. So unless you open them, at some point you're gonna have to delete them. So I guess I just played the Injustice. So let's remove that. Let's remove that. Probably should try the Elite version. We'll see which one pops first. No, I don't have the Earth aura. The only one I got right now is the Green Lantern one and the one of the modular fire one. I'll probably try and purchase at least one or two of the auras. Let's go to our base and see. Oh, I player declined. I'm so sad. There's probably more than two things, but I think I understand what you mean. A Batman aura would be awesome. It's something that's been asked for quite a while, and we saw with the Red Death, the evil Red Death style, that it seems to be possible. So right now, as you can see, some of the auras are a little pricey. The price should go down a little bit, although for some of those auras, like let's go straight to the Scorching Aura. A bunch of bats, yeah, that would work. Like you can see right now, the Scorching Aura is about 25 million. It went down quite a bit. But the Scorching Aura obviously is one of the most popular one, or the one that people have been waiting for the most. And for the Earth Aura, you need 7 stabilizers to open the Mega Capsule. Once you open the Mega Capsules, all the capsules inside the Mega Capsules are already unlocked. So basically, you need 7 stabilizers to open 9 time capsules. It's pretty much that simple. Come on, come on. The reason I'm going through them is that I forget what the Earth Aura is actually called. Terrestrial Aura. I should have remembered that. Oh well. So right now the Terrestrial... Oh, went a little too far, too far. Let's go back. Right now the Terrestrial Aura is... it's still a bit pricey. About 6 million, say 6.8 million. But it looks pretty cool. If you have a dirt-like character, that aura works fine. Right now I have... sadly, I only have... not much in terms of... I have only 1 stabilizers. I used 14 that I had to open two mega capsules. And for capsules themselves, I still have hundreds of them. Like I have at least 100 Paradox. As you can see, I have like 400 team up time capsules, 250 time capsules. So I still have quite a few time capsules. If I ever need to open some, I have plenty, and this is only this character. I have other characters that also have time capsules on in their bank, and I probably have. Do I have a few here? Oh, there we go. And I have like 220 paradox time capsule right here. So I have a lot of time capsules still. So I have like 333 paradox time capsules. Why do I have so many? It depends how much I was playing at the time. Like there's some times where I play a lot more, there's some times I play a lot less. So depending on my play time, if I was playing a lot more, like during the time of time capsules, I played a lot more. During the arcane time capsules or the time torn time capsules, I wasn't playing quite as much. And again, these are time capsules that this character has. But I probably have time capsules on a lot of my other characters. But in terms of stabilizers, I used 14 to open 2 mega capsules. I'm not sure if I'm going to open more mega capsules. I'm still debating whether I should open a few more or not. I'll have to give it some thoughts. So sadly, as you can see, the 8-player missions do not pop that much. It's sad, but it happens. So I think we'll use that as our cue to say that's it for now. Not sure if there's something else I could do or I could show you. Oh, I cannot trade. I'm so sad. Oh yeah, we got a collection here. Let's see how much it's worth. Come on, come on. Sadly, a lot of people are using the broker, so there is a bit of lag on the broker, although not as bad as it used to be. I remember at some point they did, supposedly they did some upgrade for the broker, so I guess we can feel it a bit. Usually whenever there's new stuff on the broker and then people start using the broker like crazy, usually the broker lags a lot more than it does today. So I guess they did a fairly good job trying to get rid of some of the lag on the broker. Yeah, I did open my capsules. I made a video about that. If you look, I made the video basically almost just before I started the live stream. So if you look at the at my opening mega capsule video, you'll see. I still have most of the stuff. I sold a few things already, but I still have like a few emblems that I didn't get around to selling just yet. Still have a few exhibits, a few collections.
It'd clearly go better over here.
Oh yeah, someone was asking. I'll probably make a video about that. The shoulder, that's the gorilla shoulder styles, I think. It's a style that you can get pretty early in the game, I think. I seem to recall it's a style you get from some of the missions where you fight a whole bunch of gorillas early on in the game. Yeah, it's the gorilla soldier shoulders. I'll remove the... So these are the gorilla shoulders. And someone was asking about the salvaging tab. I'll probably make a video about that. And I'm overdue probably to make a new crafting video. But basically the salvaging tab is quite simply to salvage some pieces of equipment. Sadly I got crap here, which happens more often than not. And here I got... Come on, come on. I got some simple components. Yeah, Superman looks a bit weird. Not sure why they got rid of the chiseled square jaw, like the strong jaw that Superman had. It's something we see a lot, not just in DCUO. We see that in comics a lot. A lot of characters that used to be manly men are drawn a bit more feminine nowadays, and it seems to be a trend. It doesn't seem to be an exception. It seems to be a trend that's picking up speed as time goes by. No, I don't have a future Crusader back. Sorry about that. But yeah, the Ultraman looks a bit better than Superman, although technically it's the very same model. I guess there's a subtlety that they did with Superman that doesn't work as well, or maybe we're just too used to the. I probably have access to it here. Oh, I couldn't show you. I'm so sad. So this should be our last mission for today. For the head, this head, that's the beyond high tech style or something like that.
Just keep your nose down. The squad won't step a toe out of line.
Oh, no healer. That's gonna be a tough one.
Well, it's about time. I was getting bored, all these channels and nothing good to watch.
Yeah, you have to buy the mega capsules. In the mega capsule, or you have to buy stabilizers to open them, or you have to either to buy the mega capsules from the marketplace, or you have to buy stabilizers to open them if you get them in the game.
Speak, or I swear.
Oh, don't worry your pretty little head about it. Owlman's just picking apart his mind. He's got all kinds of
No, you do not get it for free in the redeem area. It's if you want to have the aura on multiple characters, you're gonna have to get the aura for each and every character that you want the aura on.
You should start running now.
So sadly, there's no redeeming that aura. You have to purchase it for every single character on your account. If you want all your characters to have the aura, you have to purchase it. Well, not really purchase it, but you have to open mega capsules in order to be able to get the aura. Or you have to purchase it from the broker. I guess if you buy it from the broker, then yeah, you can purchase it there.
Maybe this will knock some sense into you.
Oh, that doesn't.
The capsule that expires in 14 days, you have 14 days to use 7 stabilizers to open them. If you don't use stabilizers to open them, they're going to disappear forever.
Don't do that again. You can pay for that. You can pay for that.
That was nasty.
Don't do that again.
I'm bringing you to justice. If you're looking for a fight, try me.
Ow! You son of a...
Oh, we do have a healer. I hadn't noticed.
Sure. You can pay for that. Ow! You son of a...
For $400 for VR glasses, I wouldn't do that. If you can afford to, fine. But there's not many games you can actually play with those glasses. So unless they were to say that you can play DC Universe Online with those glasses or any other games that I actually play, then okay, then maybe I would be tempted to get those glasses. But until there's actual games that I actually play that uses those glasses, I wouldn't buy those glasses. And also I wouldn't buy the glasses themselves. You can pay like $400 for just the glasses, or you can buy a PS4 with the glasses for like about $400. So for the glasses, I would wait for some sort of deal to purchase a PS4 with the glasses, because also anyway you have to have a PlayStation Pro, I think, in order to be able to get the glasses, in order to be able to use the glasses. $100 for the UltraBucks? Yeah, that sounds about right. Because there's a few weekly missions that should give you 8 UltraBucks and then 8 bonus UltraBucks, so 16 UltraBucks just for the weekly missions. And if you play the 8-player instance missions, those should give you 30 each. So yeah, 140, 2 UltraBucks seems about right. Nah, decisions. Let's go for the belt. So again, you see 3 UltraBucks, and 3 UltraBucks. So triple UltraBucks today. Let's give a little victory thumbs up to everyone, and let's continue. It's the same. The one that expires is the same as the one sold on the marketplace. The only distinction is that the one sold on the marketplace does not expire. So basically, if you want to know, those that you can purchase using free stabilizers, those expire. Those that you can purchase using real cash, those should not expire. And also the mega capsules will be a limited event. It's going to be only until April 18th. After that, they're not going to be sold on the marketplace anymore. And also, they're not going to be dropping in the game anymore. So once we reach April 18th, we're still going to get mega capsules for about 14 days. Like all the capsules that will drop in the game will still be good for about 14 days. And after that, so basically 2 weeks after, basically by the end of April, there should be no more mega capsules in the game. Not sure why they wanted them to be just for a limited event. That was one of the things that I liked about time capsules. You could gather a whole stack of them and open them whenever you wanted to. Sadly, with the mega capsules, they got rid of that option. I guess they want you to be able to open the capsules right now, and if you don't do it right now, you won't be able to do it at all. With Mark of Victory, there's a whole bunch of crafting stuff. Like if you do a bit of crafting, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you need to purchase, and a whole bunch of crafting stuff can be purchased using Marks of Victory. You can purchase styles for your character, and you can also purchase, and you have to use Marks of Victory to pay for the main frame for your character. So there's quite a few things you can you need your Marks of Victory for. I play other games as well, but I guess you could say I'm a bit focused on DC Universe Online. But there were time there was like I don't know, 2 or 3 months where I played Destiny quite a lot. There's a few months last summer, I think, when I played Neverwinter quite a lot. like Neverwinter, I brought a character up to combat training, well, to level 70, and also I did a whole bunch of crafting. So I would play missions to be able to get crafting components to try to upgrade some of my artifacts. So I play a few games from time to time, but yeah, DC Universe Online is pretty much the game I play the most. For a few obvious reasons. Right now, I guess it's the game I enjoy the most.
Good, but not good enough.
But there's other games that I really enjoy playing as well. I love playing Baldur's Gate. I still play it from time to time. I love playing games like Icewind Dale. I loved Dragon Age. But sadly, games like Dragon Age are not, or Baldur's Gate, they're not in a persistent world. Like you always get new stuff with DC Universe Online as time goes by. Yeah, sadly, there's no new stuff for Baldur's Gate. The last time Baldur's Gate had any new stuff was when they released the Enhanced Edition or something like that, which I purchased and I played a bit. The same with Icewind Dale. So there's sadly there are games that I really enjoy playing that sadly I played 2 times, 3 times, 50 times. Like Baldur's Gate, I played Baldur's Gate more times than any sane man ever should play Baldur's Gate. And I would have played it even more if there had been no content. At some point I would download user-made modules. There were some user-made modules that were really great with Baldur's Gate. Like there was one called The Darkest Day, which almost transformed the game to an extent. But again, not quite the same as if you have a game in a persistent world where you always have new stuff added to the game. So whenever, like right now, we've been playing the Earth 3 DLC for quite a bit. So soon we're going to get the Deluge, which should be a nice breath of fresh air. Oh, thank you, Caris. It's always appreciated. For the League Hall, there's no miracle. You play until you can gather as much prestige as you can, and you purchase the League Hall once you have enough prestige.
Are you all right?
They've attached a giant vacuum to my brain and tried to suck out my genius. And now, someone is going to pay.
I understand you're upset, but coming here half-cocked got you into this mess.
And one thing I often mention about DC Universe Online is that DC Universe Online is a marathon, not a sprint. If there's something you don't have right now, but that you want to have, like, I don't know, the Kryptonian cape from the evil Ultraman, even it's very expensive on the broker, you can decide that, okay, sooner or later, I will purchase it. So you look at how much it is, you try to farm for cash until you can actually purchase it. With a bit of luck, once you have enough cash, you will be able to purchase it. But sadly, something that happens once in a while is that you gather cash to purchase something, go to the broker, and suddenly it's more expensive than it used to be, so you have to farm some more. And the same is true for the League Hall. The League Hall, you have to gather, I think it's 100, I forget the actual name. 100 prestige, 100,000 prestige, and there's no miracle. You play and play and play until you get that 100 prestige and can purchase your League Hall. No, the mega capsules will disappear in 14 days. Once the mega capsules drop in your inventory, 14 days later it will disappear. So like the ones I have right now I have a couple of those capsules. In 14 days, those will disappear. If I get a capsule on the 18th, then 14 days after the 18th, the capsule will disappear. So as soon as the capsule drops in your inventory, there's a countdown that starts, and 14 days later, the capsule will disappear. The older time capsules are fine.
Humans, so fragile, so combustible.
I should thank
Unless they make some sort of change, the older time capsules, you can keep them forever. I showed a bit earlier, I have like stacks of hundreds of some of them.
Gods don't bleed.
Kryptonite? You really think you can kill me with kryptonite? Luther, what have you done?
That's impossible.
Yeah, we should be able to open the capsules when we want to. Sadly, they want to encourage us, let's say, to open them as quickly as possible.
Hera, guide my attack.
Ah, come on. That's what happens when you chat instead of looking at the game. No, the only way you can get my stabilizers, you have to buy it from the marketplace, or you have to play the daily stabilizer mission. And even then, and the daily stabilizer mission, as you guys know, only gives you a few fragments every day. So sadly, that's the only way you can get stabilizers for free. Otherwise, you have to buy stabilizers from the marketplace. There's no miracle there.
You'll regret that.
I won't fall. You will die for that.
Hera, protect me.
So weak. I am stronger. Is that all?
Holy crap! It's a massacre. Oh yeah, it takes a while, and that's the whole point. They want you to purchase stabilizers. They don't want you to get them for free. Yes, they did give us a mission to be able to get stabilizers for free, but they don't really want you to get stabilizers for free. They want you to purchase stabilizers. Yeah, it's not the same. Yeah, it would be nice if members could open stabilizers for free. Doesn't work like that, sadly. It works like that for log boxes, but for stabilizers, they wanted everyone to buy them. They wanted everyone to purchase them. They wanted free-to-play player to purchase them, they wanted premium player to purchase them, and they wanted legendary players to purchase them as well.
That's your one free shot. Is that all? So weak.
Personally, I wish they would remake Dragon Age Origin for PS4. I loved Dragon Age Origins, and if there was a version on PS4, I would most likely play it.
So weak. You will
Members don't get something for free. What they get is that they can play the stabilizers mission and get a few more stabilizer fragments than everyone else. But even what they can open for free is the Prometheum lockboxes. But when it comes to time capsules, legendary player have to pay to buy stabilizers. Pretty much the same as a free-to-play player or premium player.
They can open a massive portal directly to our world.
Great Scott. We have to rally the others.
There were some people at some point who were saying that if you were a free-to-play player or a premium player, you would get a lot of time capsule that would drop because you had to actually pay to open them. So there was this theory that if you were a legendary player, not time capsule Prometheum logboxes. There was this theory that if you were a free-to-play player or a premium player, Prometheum logboxes would drop very quickly because you had to pay to open them. And the theory was if you were a member, a legendary player, then Prometheum logboxes would not drop as often. And also, at some point, you had a maximum amount of logboxes that you could get. I think you were capped at like 15 a month. So as soon as you would have 15 logboxes that would drop, you would be locked for the rest of the month. And then when the month would reset, then you would be able to get 15 time capsules again, 15 Prometheum logboxes again. So for the Superman model, let's see. Come on. So you can see the Superman model as a bit of a square jaw, which sadly disappeared on the new model, which is a bit sad, but well, what can you do? I haven't played Mortal Kombat in a long time. I played it a bit eons ago when it was a brand new game at the arcade. That's how I discovered Mortal Kombat, like a lot of other people. I think the only Mortal Kombat game I have was it Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe Online or something like that, or versus DC Universe. So that might be the only real Mortal Kombat that I purchased. The new episode today? Was there any news about the new episode? The new episode should be fine. It will give us the Star Wars event that we had last year with a couple of extra missions. The one thing I don't like about the new episode is the puzzle part. They've added a puzzle part that will mean that for a lot of us, the mission will be unplayable. If you don't play with a group or a league, the mission will pretty much be a nightmare to play. If you're someone like me who plays a lot with random players, it's playing that mission will just not be possible. There's not enough communication between players. So if the mission, like the whole puzzle thing where you have to put in the oxygen for the guy not to drown underwater and all that good stuff, sadly that whole part will be pretty much impossible to do with a random group. So I'm not too crazy about that. Hopefully, I'm hoping that the version that we will have and the events tab will not be as difficult. But right now, from what I've read on the forums, if you don't have a group, if you don't have people, an organized group, people who actually talk together and who actually coordinate each other with each other, you're not going to be able to play the new 8-player mission. It's sad, but that seems to be the direction they're taking. I'm not sure why they're doing that. Not sure why they're deciding to go with some like there's people who are always putting pressure, saying that the game is too easy. They want the game to be harder. I'm about to leave, Kyrie. So I'm pretty much done for today. Sorry about that. For the time capsules, I've heard, from what I heard, it's going to be a Black Manta time capsules. There's also going to be a Lobo style that will be added with Deluge. But from the information that I'm getting, the new time capsule should be Black Manta. So there's always people pushing for harder and harder content. So it seems they decided to go with the pressure, and they decided to make the new 8-player missions harder. Actually, they've done that with a lot of stuff lately. We don't know the name of the capsule. We don't even know the capsule. From what I understand, we should get a new capsule on on April 18th. There's no official announcement about that, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But basically, the Resurgence mega capsule will last until April 18th. So we can pretty much assume that April 18th we will get the new time capsule. But for Deluge, there's only my biggest thing is that the new 8-player missions, from what I understand, will be unplayable with random players. Hopefully, the rest of the content will be fine. If there's only one mission we can't play, it stinks a bit. But if it's the only mission that cannot be played with a random group of players, it won't be too big an issue. Oh yeah, let's go check. From what I understand, they're making changes to Central City for the new DLC, so let's go check. Last time we had those weird domes in Central City. I have no idea if we'll get a capsule for the Death of Superman episode. I don't. Oh, well, technically the 18th should be the. I suspect that the Death of Superman will drop on the 18th or around that, or a bit after that. So the next time capsule should pretty much drop around the same time as the Superman episode. They removed the dome. I'm so sad. Like, there used to be this dome here that we could pretty much suppose was in anticipation to the Deluge episode. And you can see they've extended the whole bit here. Like, this whole bit of the map, we didn't have access to it before. So they seems to have extended that bit in order to be able to fit the Deluge episode. At least the... oh, it's a bit bigger than I remembered. Okay. So you can see we have a pretty big... well, let's see, where are we here? Okay, so they've extended the Central City map. I've showed that before, but it's always good showing again. So they've extended the map a bit for the Deluge episode. But that seems to be the only bit they've extended so far. Let's see up north if there's any changes. That seems to be it. So I suspect that they may make some other changes. Like basically, the missions that we have over here, it's the same missions we have on the other side of the Flash Museum. So I wouldn't be surprised if they changed at least some of those to accommodate the Deluge DLC. Yeah, they should extend the whole thing, but what can you do? That's a nice... So they should extend the whole thing, but not yet, I suppose. So right now it seems they've only extended a bit over here that leads to the edge of the water. Although we're still at least a few weeks away from the episode, so maybe they'll extend it a bit more. I guess I should probably try to have access to the test server at some point. We already have the DLC on the test server, so I could probably tell you if I had access to the test server. We'll find out in about 2 weeks. That's a cool fella over here. So that is going to be by Phantom Ninja. I was going to say anyway that that's going to be it for now. But yeah, it would be nice if they extended the whole Central City map. Maybe someday. I'm just curious. Let's go see. let's go see how far the map seems to go. It seems to go fairly far, although some of it could be just like a 2D matte painting, if it makes any sense. But they easily could extend it a bit more. Will they do it? Will they not do it? I guess we'll know in the future. So now, enough rambling. I guess it's time for me to go have supper. We'll try to make obviously more videos in the future. If I get more of the new auras, I'll probably try to make a video or two about that. I mentioned already I'm not going to purchase all the auras. There's a few, like the quantum aura looks pretty atrocious, so I'm not going to get that new quantum aura. But there's a few that I'm planning to get. Hopefully I'm going to get the fire aura. I'm hoping to get I have the green aura already. Let's equip the green aura before we leave, just for fun. Come on, come on. Sadly, loading time. So right now the one aura I have is the green aura, as you can see, which looks really nice. I'll try to get at least a couple of other auras, but I don't think I will get all the auras. Oh, congrats, Joe. Yeah, I'm officially leaving as well, Phantom. See you later, man. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.